Are you serious, Admiral?
Dead serious, Captain.
I can't believe it.
A ship claiming to be from planet Fargate suddenly appeared in Alliance space and called for our immediate surrender.
So that's who the third party was?
It is. We passed the ship's first recorded coordinates to our science team, and they confirmed the presence of a wormhole in the area. I believe that Fargate lies on the opposite side. Fargate is currently under the dictatorship of G.A. Revorse, a superhuman created through genetic engineering.
G.A. Revorse, sir?
Revorse is an unpopular ruler. There's a large opposition force working against him. If we can find a way to get Revorse out of the picture, we should be able to avoid war with Fargate.
How do we know so much about Fargate, Admiral?
The opposition group I mentioned has made contact with us on a strictly confidential level.
What?
I've been informed that Fargate's current invasion of Alliance space is being spearheaded solely by G.A. Revorse. In response, we will launch Operation Stardust, a tandem project between us and the opposition forces to assassinate Revorse. Captain Ronix J. Kenny, you have been appointed head of the operation.
Yes, sir.
There are some problems to deal with. G.A. Revorse apparently has the power to nullify all optic-based weaponry. He also has a high resistance to all forms of explosives.
So, can't use phasers or bombs to kill him?
Right. We'll have to resort to more primitive measures, I think.
So, even if we deployed a special forces squad, the best hope they'd have is taking him on in a one-on-one knife fight.
That's correct. You have my permission to use the time gate.
I doubt the gate would let us use it to carry out an assassination.
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about using it another way.
Well,
looks like we'll be calling on him again after all.
Man, I'm bored.
That's a good thing. It means all's well.
Say, did something happen between you and Milly?
What do you mean?
Listen, I'm telling you this because I'm your friend. That girl's stubborn, she flies off the handle over nothing. And on top of that, who the heck knows where her mind is half the time?
and who would that be?
Oh, nobody.
Quit complaining about me and get to work.
But there's nothing to do, Milly.
Father said he needed help gathering herbs over on Matorx.
He did? Well, all right then, I'll go. Just me ought to be enough.
Sure is quiet around here. All that stuff we saw is like a dream.
Yeah, you got that right.
Hey, did you see that? Over by the celestial ship. Something just lit up.
What?
Ratix, want to go check it out? I have a feeling something happened.
Sure, let's go.
Hey, didn't think we'd see each other again.
We need to ask you another favor.
What do you mean?
So, that's why we're here again.
Well, I'm all for it. But are we gonna be enough?
No, you don't need to worry about that.
Huh?
Roderick and Milly, it's so nice to see you again.
You're all back!
Are you sure this is okay? Doesn't the underdeveloped planet whatever forbid this sort of thing?
We've got an Alliance Admiral's official go-ahead this time. That's how urgent the situation is.
Now, off to Fargate.
This is Fargate?
I was briefed about this earlier, but it sure isn't a very hospitable place to live.
Agreed. Most of it is wasteland, really.
Is that why they're trying to invade Earth? To get more resources?
If that were the case, you'd think they would try engaging in trade or colonizing an uninhabited planet. We've got hostiles!
What? They find out about our landing zone.
What do we do?
This area has been completely secured. You're surrounded on all sides. Do not try to resist us.
This way! Hurry!
Huh? Let's move, everyone.
Milly! Milly! Where are you?
Ratix, we've got to get out of here. We can't let the entire team get caught.
Milly!
Who are you?
I am Avina, leader of the anti-reverse movement.
My name is Ronix J. Kenny of the Alliance.
You're from Earth, I see. What about the others?
They're all Rokians. Each one of them is a talented fighter, and they would be indispensable to this mission.
All right.
We were ambushed back there.
I have to apologize. There was a major sting operation a few days ago, and the army seized several of our comrades. They probably beat the info out of them.
This safe house isn't so safe then, is it?
We have several safe houses set up across the land for situations like these. Only a small handful of comrades know this place.
Well, that's great, but we gotta go rescue Milly and the rest.
There's an army camp nearby where they're probably conducting their interrogation.
Doesn't look like they share the same opinions about human rights that we do. We don't have much time to lose.
Security shouldn't be tight, for now at least. We'll set up a decoy at the front entrance.
Divert the enemy's attention? Sounds like a plan.
The camp is southwest of this safe house. You guys can get in through the rear entrance.
Got it.
Good luck out there.
we're in.
Thanks in no small part to the distraction Avina's crew is providing for us. The soldiers are probably all gathered by the front entrance.
Let's move! We gotta find Milly and the others!
You got it.
Ratix, over here!
Milly!
How's it look, Ilya? Can we get it open?
This won't be a problem.
Ratix, you came to help us, didn't you?
Everyone all right? I'm sick of this cell. I need to get some exercise fast.
The guards here don't know the first thing about common courtesy.
All right. Now let's get out of here while the guards are still distracted.
Hey, glad you're all safe.
We really appreciate your help. If it wasn't for your diversion, our rescue mission would have been a lot more complicated.
Oh, not at all. If anything, I should be the one thanking you. There's no way any of us could take down GA, no matter how hard we try. So really, you're our only hope.
Is it true that optical weaponry doesn't work on Revorse?
Yes. GA is the culmination of everything that Fargut's technology has to offer. We've made several assassination attempts, but all of them were complete failures.
Well, why did they build someone so dangerous in the first place?
Fargut is a desolate planet. We have very little water and natural resources to work with. We've been conducting research into genetic engineering and spatial theory for a long time now. It's what we needed to do for survival, and to someday return home, to Earth.
Home to Earth?
Yes. Long, long ago, our ancestors were sent from Earth to Fargut after a meteor strike opened up a spatial vortex in our homeland.
Just like the old race was transported to Roak.
Unlike Roak, however, Fargut's environment is harsh and inhospitable to human settlement. Frustrated in their efforts, our scientists finally decided to turn toward what was then considered forbidden research. They launched a project to create a race of superhumans, people uniquely adapted to life on our planet.
They conducted genetic engineering on humans?
Yes, and the result of that project is the superhumans, including GA. Their combined muscular, nervous, and brain systems make them uniquely adapted to coping with the severities of our environment. However, the core they were built from is still human, the genes that define all of us. Their life expectancy may outlast ours, but they are not immortal. You could say that's their sole weakness.
I suppose a direct strike is the only chance we have of killing Revorse.
Most of the army is off in outer space participating in the Earth invasion. As leader, however, GA would never leave the planet voluntarily. With most of his guard away, sneaking into Revorse Tower where he resides is a distinct possibility.
But we can't just sit here, not when the army's already on the move.
Revorse Tower is located in Vadgoop, our capital. You'll find it north of here. There's a great big cliff in the way, though, so reaching it on foot is impossible.
So how will we get there?
North of Vadgoop, there's an old, closed-off laboratory. A biolab, to be exact. There should be an underground corridor below the lab that connects directly to Revorse Tower. It's pretty old construction, but hopefully it's still in service.
Well, it beats storming the place head on, I guess. All right, let's head to the biolab. Why is someone like Revorse running this place anyway? Wasn't he just an experimental test subject?
With an environment as harsh as the one we live in, we can't afford to waste even the tiniest bit of our resources. That's why we need a government that works as efficiently as humanly possible. GA and the superhumans have the strength to survive on this land. Their regenerative powers make them near immortal, and their intelligence is second to none.
So you decided to let them run your government, figuring they'd make fewer mistakes than humans.
People had their doubts about the superhumans' government at first, naturally. But after their lives improved under their regime, they began to rethink things a little.
And then it all started going haywire?
They may be superhuman, but they're not machines. They worked as a team to help cover each other's weak points. But one day, GA had all the others killed off, and declared himself the head of a dictatorship.
Guess that's what they get after basing their genes off the human race.
You will not find many people who approve of GA's actions here on Fargate. This may be the best chance we'll ever get to free ourselves of GA's rule for good.
Whoa, look at that! I've never seen anything like these plants before.
An abandoned laboratory. This must be the biolab.
Yep, and it looks like it's been shut down for a while. As they were trying to develop plants capable of thriving on this planet.
Must have been pretty successful.
I guess. Let's go inside.
It's that guy from before. The guy who took Milly hostage over in the demon world.
You're right. For gallantry displayed during Operation Asmodeus.
Captain, take a look at this.
The Revorse plan? This must have been where they did the genetic research that led to G.A. Revorse.
And that's not all.
That's Asmodeus!
It looks like Asmodeus was also a native of Fargate. Another genetic engineering test case.
So how did he wind up in the demon world?
The record says that Asmodeus rebelled against his peers and escaped through a vortex, taking the space-time laboratory with him.
And that vortex was connected to the demon world.
Apparently, they were incapable of creating another Asmodeus-like superhuman afterwards.
Interesting. Now I understand why they bothered going all the way to Roak to collect Asmodeus's DNA.
And G.A. Revorse was created using Asmodeus's genes as a base.
Well, here it is. Revorse Tower.
It won't be long before we have to face GA.
Yeah, we're going to end this here. We can't let him keep people in misery any longer.
I'm gonna give it all I've got!
awful lot like an Earth craft to me.
Captain, take a look at this.
Discovery? Discovery?
The planetary exploration ship Discovery. It went missing in the 21st century.
Did it get sucked through a wormhole to Fargate, or what?
It was lost a good 700 years ago. It must have gone back in time 500 years or so.
Now, this would certainly explain how Fargate managed to obtain their spacefaring technology.